If you've ever had an issue with negative thoughts, I have a suggestion. I want you to consider your brain a thought factory. It produces countless thoughts day in and day out. But this factory has two supervisors. One is Mr. Triumph, the other is Mr. Defeat. Now, Mr. Triumph, he tells you all the ways that things can happen. He tells you all the successes that have come before you. He reminds you of all the times that you have overcome. On the other hand, we got Mr. Defeat. Mr. Defeat is ready at a drop of a dime to tell you how this is not going to work. He's going to remind you of the last time you looked stupid, and he's going to caution you to try and anything like that ever again. Now, the thing of it is, both of these supervisors are hard workers. You give them work and they're going to go to town. So when you tell Mr. Defeat that today is Monday, I hate Mondays, I hate my job, it's going to be a lousy day, I hate my coworker, guess what? He's a yes man. He going to be like, yep, she going to get on your nerves. She's stupid. Mondays are the worst. The weekend is never long enough. You didn't get anything done. It's going to be a bad week. He's ready to produce. Now, on the other hand, you tell Mr. Triumph, today is going to be a good day. He's going to come up with all kind of reasons. He's going to produce all these thoughts that agree with the thought that you gave him. Absolutely. This is the day the Lord has made. I thank you, God, I have breath in my body. Maybe you woke up 5 minutes late, but guess what? On Friday, you woke up 30 minutes late, so you are still improving. I mean, he just going to be popping out positive thought after positive thought. So now all you have to decide is, which one are you giving work to? You giving more work to Mr. Defeat, or you giving more work to Mr. Triumph? When I was in Guam back in 2012, we had just moved there. It was a huge transition period for me. And hold on just 1 second. My light went off. Okay. So I moved to Guam. Huge transition for me and my family. But it was a time, it wasn't even the move for me. It was a lot of other stuff happening. And there were times where I just really wanted to sink deep down in the defeat. So I would think all these thoughts and I would compound them and compound them. But it was only so far that I could go before I was just like, girl, stop. Because I could not bring myself to believe that God did not have a purpose for my life, that I wasn't born for a reason, that he wasn't going to work all things together for my good. And so I would start out being like, my life sucks. And before I know it, I'm preaching to myself about, because God said this and the word said that. And the call that he has on your life, he does not pull back. He does not take it back. He's going to fulfill it. And he has equipped you and you are more than a conqueror. And I'm just like, wait, what happened? Because I just knew I was ready to like ugly cry and everything. And now here I am preaching to myself. And I know now that's because Mr. Triumph was stronger than Mr. Defeat. I would try to feed Mr. Defeat all these thoughts so that he could go to work. But pretty soon, Mr. Triumph would take over because he had the muscle. I exercised him more. So I encourage you to take your thoughts. First of all, figure out, am I thinking negative thoughts or am I thinking positive thoughts? Am I thinking thoughts that are going to help me or hinder me? If they're going to hinder you, go ahead and just like chuck them, because we don't need to be giving Mr. Defeat any work. You need to give Mr. Triumph some work so he can go to work, reminding you who you are and what call is on your life and whose you are. So I want you to try it. Let me know how it works for you in the comments, and God bless you.